Let's look at a kiss objectively for a second, but without the romance, movie or music. You lean in, you press your sensory organs against another person's sensory organs, and then you exchange fluids. In a single 10-second French kiss, you are not just sharing love. You are sharing 80 million bacteria. You are swapping 0.7 milligrams of protein, 0.45 milligrams of fat, and 0.19 milligrams of organic compounds. It is, biologically speaking, a health hazard. And yet, 90% of the modern world does it. We obsess over it. We write songs about it. So why? Why did a species obsessed with survival evolve to do something so risky? The answer involves bird vomit, the Roman Empire, and your immune system. Welcome to Philematology, the science of kissing. Before we get to why we kiss, we have to ask, why the lips? Why not touch elbows or rub ears? Comes down to real estate in your brain. Your lips are one of the most sensitive parts of your entire body. They are packed with over 1 million nerve endings. In fact, more of your brain is dedicated to processing information from your lips than from your entire torso. This sensitivity was originally for food, sorting the edible from the inedible. But evolution is thrifty. It repurposed this sensitivity for passion. But how did we make the leap from eating to kissing? The leading theory is unappetizing. It's called premastication. Before expensive blenders and baby food jars, human mothers had to chew food for their infants. She would chew it up and pass it directly mouth to mouth into the baby. This created a neural pathway in the infant's brain linking lip pressure and saliva with love, safety, and dopamine. Over thousands of years as we evolved, that mouth-to-mouth bond lingered, even after we stopped being babies. It became a universal sign of trust. But feeding is only half the story. The other half is about data collection. Before we had dating apps, we had noses. Our ancestors likely got close to each other to sniff for information, specifically genetic information. This brings us to the famous sweaty t-shirt study. Researchers had men wear t-shirts for 2 days without deodorant. Then they asked women to smell the shirts and rate attraction. The results were wild. Women preferred the scent of men who had different immune system genes, the MHC genes, than their own. If you mate with someone with different immune genes, your baby gets a stronger, more diverse immune system. Kissing is basically a biological interview where your DNA asks, are we a good match? So, biology loaded the gun, but culture pulled the trigger. When did we actually start kissing for fun? The earliest written evidence comes from India, in the Vedic Sanskrit texts around 1500 BC. They didn't have a word for it yet. They called it drinking moisture of the lips. From there, it's believed Alexander the Great's army brought the practice back to the West after invading India. And the Romans? They went crazy for it. The Romans actually systematized kissing. They had 3 categories: Osculum, a peck on the cheek for friends; Basium, a lip kiss for spouses; Savium, the passionate kiss, what we call French kissing. They loved it so much that Emperor Tiberius actually tried to ban kissing because of a herpes outbreak. It was the first social distancing in history. Fast forward to today. You're on a date. You lean in. What is happening in the engine room? It starts with adrenaline. Your heart rate jumps to 100 plus beats per minute. Your pupils dilate to let in more light. Then comes the dopamine. This is the spike of intense pleasure and craving. It's the same neural pathway activated by cocaine. You literally want more. To keep you there, your brain releases oxytocin, the bonding chemical. This lowers your defenses and makes you feel attached to the person. And weirdly, kissing reduces cortisol, the stress hormone. A good kiss is scientifically indistinguishable from meditation. Just wetter. Here is a fascinating detail. Men and women often kiss for different reasons. Evolutionary psychologists suggest that men tend to prefer wetter, open-mouthed kisses more than women do. Why? There is a theory that saliva contains trace amounts of testosterone. By engaging in sloppier kissing, men might be unknowingly attempting to transfer testosterone to boost the female's libido. It's a chemical attempt to jumpstart reproduction. Meanwhile, women generally use kissing more as a screening tool, monitoring the health of the relationship long term. So yes, kissing is weird. It's a bacterial exchange. It's a genetic sniff test. It's a hormone bomb. But it's also the ultimate bridge between two people. It's how we say, I trust you enough to let you into my personal space. So the next time you lock lips, don't worry about the 80 million bacteria. Just enjoy the oxytocin,